Hi everyone, it's Vanessa here from Heart and Soul Transformations in beautiful sunny Brisbane today. And I want to share a video and some light language codes of this piece of art that has come through in the last week or so. And it's been a really profound experience with the energy of this piece. When I began it, I had this beautiful round canvas, and I just felt like I needed to bring some green and white tones through, just weaving it, and all of this sort of wave-like pattern began. I was just bridging it around here. And I left it for a couple of days, so I'm working on multiple pieces, and in that time frame, I had this vision come to me of this huge sunflower coming over and showering down this particular solar frequency, this light. And that even through these dark times, as parts of ourself are dying off, as we are moving up through the higher echelons of higher perspectives and higher ground, and so much is dying off, dismantling, decaying, releasing, resolving. And it's been so wobbly and so dense this year. Everyone is feeling it. Everyone is riding the waves and feeling as if we are being pulled through the waves, spinning. How do we come to our center of stillness? And when I saw this amazing sunflower energy just coming down, I thought, oh, I'm going to give it a go, because as I said, I've never painted it. And I actually haven't been doing a lot of fine detailed work with light codes in the drawing. It's more in the color rays, or there's drawn codes with pens underneath the pieces. But all of a sudden, the roots of this piece came together with all of these codes coming through. And I just let the paintbrush take over. And I noticed that everything became intertwined, like one full circle connecting with these beautiful droplets of the sunflower coming down. And then I started to paint, feeling like I wanted to paint like these layers within the shower, almost like a big shower nozzle being showered down with light. Oh, I get so emotional with this painting. It's so delicate yet so powerful. And I started to sort of want to have these waterfall layers, and I was doing it down here as well. And all of a sudden I was just, working in with the white paint, and all of a sudden this being entered. I actually had a sort of a sense or a vision of a small child sitting here being showered by the golden rays, and I didn't know how I was going to paint that. I just, I sit in front of the canvas. I try not to, strategize too much. And sometimes you'll flick, or like I'll drop the paintbrush and a blob will start somewhere. And I'm like, oh no, I've just dropped the paintbrush, or I've messed something up. And then all of a sudden you go like this, and you're fixing something up, and all of a sudden something else starts to come onto the painting, and you're like, oh gosh, I get why that happened. So this being, this angelic or this galactic or whatever you want to call it, started to formulate with more codes. And then I left it a couple of days. I was sharing it with a friend, and she was like, oh my gosh, I love it. So even like there's this eye here, which again, I didn't plan. It's just part of the layers and the brush strokes. So I then added some more beautiful codes. This area here seems to be very particular. And so this is the story of this piece that felt like it required that sharing of how it became. Sat ut iane karsututela shalio to payurumas tikatanoea si te rokoya Shaturu no koia te silama urur karana hike. I arona I te karana o ku shayata. Ka kiata toro no koia. Ku keia sa shashanea. Muhakrene. Ila mo sore. Ambaratuero shono no korana itea. Saarata ku kratarni. Ku kukisiata te mo shali al tole le koia tarane karana. Saway atayal to. My rote. Oh. Through the codes, the beautiful message that keeps coming through in sort of multiple streams lately, streams, here we got this beautiful shower, is that there is always hope. And even if you feel like you are down to 1% faith and 1% hope, and you're dealing with physical things or emotional things, things collapsing around you, left, right, and center, is that the saying? Even if these waves, these waterfalls, these tidal waves of energy as we are moving up, we are so deeply supported. And I know sometimes that's frustrating to hear that, and even I was saying to, having a conversation with my team this morning, saying, sometimes it just doesn't cut it hearing that. It's like we're sick of hearing that. Especially if people are dealing with a lot of mental, physical, emotional things, which some people are dealing with a lot more than others. But whatever people are dealing with, it's relative to them and their body, mind, and their soul. So within the waves, it's almost like there's so much motion in this. It's, and I'm moving the camera. We're jostled around. It's like, how can we stay centered, still, and receive through what feels like turbulence? May these, I can hear them saying, may these codes carry you, honor you, grace you, support you. Thank you so much. Blessings be.